A blueberry jumped on a melon and shouted, "Splash!" The melon rolled on his belly and giggled.
Be careful not to make a real splash next time, as your mum did.
The blueberry turned around and started to blush.
I am just a little rascal, looking forward to being on a loaf of bread. What's your problem?
I'm just waiting for the seed to come out of me so I can multiply. I don't have anything deeper, just a few atoms. The blueberry started to cry heaps of TV static.
Am I on TV or in a paper? How could anyone fulfill me?
Farmer slapped the blueberry on the melon and whispered, "Here you are." He took a baguette from his pocket, placed a flattened blueberry on top, and took a big bite. The melon murmured, "So she waited." The farmer pondered, "Why do I like to make a fool of myself for the grandma and her children? How can I just eat a blueberry on a baguette?" Recently, I read about an ant. The silver-headed ant worked every day. New roads, dead bugs, honey drops, repeat. His antennae moved like a robot dancer. One day, he hit his head so hard that his awareness doubled. He became aware of all his endeavors. The ant strolled to the usual bumps in the road where his favorite bee was leaving him drops of honey every day. Sometimes an orb with chamomile honey. Other times, a drop of honey with a clover. Another time, a pinch of chili honey. This one he liked most. He brought heaps of honey, and they almost overflowed with the liquid gold. He returned every time, because he didn't have to. The other day, the ant thought he had to go the other way, as there was less meat in the colony. He went to a brook nearby. He ran towards a firefly sunbathing on a pebble and wanted to chew a bit from its back. But the firefly turned around and bit him on his leg. Luckily, he got away and stumbled back to the colony. A tear dropped from his eye. He lay in the colony for a few days while everyone was busy and no one was free to help him. Helplessness was beating in his every muscle, and still no one sent a stare in his direction. He was frozen in place, but not in his mind. Then he cried until nothing was left but the pain itself. At least his leg healed. The brother ant, in the meantime, found a dead horse, and they had enough meat, but the honey was almost out. The healed ant went back to the bee's place, but there was no one and no honey. From a distance, he saw a swarm of bees leaving the tall tree. Another tear dropped from his eye. He came back to the colony, sad and angry. He looked around. There were fewer sticks scattered around. He should go to find a better path to a place with an abundance of sticks. Again, something I ought to do, and I am still limping on my leg. He pondered. No, I want to just walk around and explore. His eyes were still wet, but he was full of enthusiasm. He inspected the nearest river and found a colony of fire ants. They observed him from afar, and they knew what was coming. They wanted to chew his ass off, but he escaped. The life in his leg pulsated, and he felt like he just emerged from a larva. He jumped and darted far away from the fire ants. Then he felt it. His heart smiled. He found a vast space full of stumps and sticks. At home, the ant was celebrated for his new discovery. They celebrated him and wanted his signature. He didn't care. He loved what he found in himself, and nothing could change that. The farmer looked at the melon and saw his reflection.